Well, what is going on, guys? Josh with In and On the Net again with another amazing tutorial for you. Today we're going to show you how to do a do-it-yourself jaw jacker for ice fishing so that when you're not at your rod, the fish gets hooked for you, and it's only going to cost a couple of bucks. It's really inexpensive and cheap, so let's jump right into how to build this thing. There's only a few tools we need: a tape measure, something to bend wire, cut PVC, a marker, a drill bit, and a drill. We need some PVC and a few fittings, a couple other simple things, so we headed down to Ace Hardware. Now the first thing you could use is a coat hanger, but I found some copper rod for 50 cents. And then we also need to pick up an eye bolt. This one was only $1.59. I went with a 3/16 inch diameter. And we're going to want to grab a wing nut that matches the diameter of our eye bolt. This one was only 90 cents. Next, we're going to want to grab a Y junction fitting for a 1-inch PVC pipe fitting. We are also going to grab a T junction in the same diameter. Then we want two 2-foot long, 1-inch diameter pieces of PVC. That's everything that we're going to need from the store, and as you can see, after we checked out, it cost us just a little over $20. To start, we want to take our tool to bend our wire, and we want to bend our wire into this particular shape with about a 4-inch drop down. One end short, coming down to the drop down, then coming back up the same size, and then a longer end that comes out and curves to a half horseshoe or moon shape. After that, we can take our Y junction and attach it to one of our 2-foot long pieces of PVC. This will hold the handle of our rod. Next, we take our trusty tape measure and we want to mark out the midpoint of our other piece of PVC. It's 24 inches long, so we're going to mark out at 12 inches, and then we are going to cut this PVC into 2 pieces. On a side note, if you're loving this tutorial, it really helps the channel to give us a thumbs up, share this video, or maybe even consider subscribing. Now that we've got 2 1-inch pieces of PVC cut out, we can move on to our T-junction, and we want to go ahead and mark right in the middle of the junction with our marker and find ourselves a drill bit that matches our diameter. Drill out the hole and insert the eye bolt. Once you get the eye bolt fitted down, you want to make sure that it is parallel with the direction of the T. And then we're going to add our wing nut. Simply screw that on there, and we want to make sure that it is perpendicular to the direction of the eye bolt. Now we can add both of the legs, which are our 1-foot cut PVC pieces, to each side of the T-junction. And finally, we can connect the long portion of the T to the other piece of PVC that has our Y junction holding our rod. Now we take our bent wire and we slip it into the eye bolt with the short end facing towards the rod tip. The rod tip will bend down, and you slide the rod tip into that short piece, and then the fishing line simply comes down and goes over the half horseshoe portion and down in the ice hole. We can see the mechanics of how, as the fish pulls the line, it rotates the piece down and enables the rod tip to slip out, setting the hook. Now, if you don't glue anything, it's actually a really simple process to take everything apart, and all of these pieces are small enough that they could easily fit inside of a backpack for carrying in. Let's look at how we set up the trigger one more time. Once we've got our jaw jacker all complete, guys, all we're going to want to do is grab our tip, bend it down. We're going to take our little metal clip and just simply slide our tip into that small portion of the metal bracket. Then we just simply take our line here and we lay it across the half moon-shaped half horseshoe on the other end of it, and it then drops down inside of the ice hole. When the fish comes along, it's going to grab that and it's going to articulate this in an angle to where the rod can slip free, putting tension and hooking that fish for you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, make sure to thumbs up this video, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, guys, we'll see you.